Asparagus is packed with vitamins and minerals, but it's also great for detoxification. Today I'm here with Pamela Salzman, who's going to show us her quinoa spinach salad with asparagus. Here's what you'll need. 1 cup of uncooked quinoa, kosher salt, 1 bunch of asparagus spears, woody ends trimmed, 1½ cups of golden beets, roasted, peeled, and cubed, 2 cups of baby spinach leaves. For the mint vinaigrette, 1/4 cup of diced red onion, 1 clove of garlic, 1/2 cup of fresh mint leaves, 3 tablespoons of unseasoned rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of raw honey, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt, freshly ground pepper to taste, 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
We're gonna get started doing the quinoa first because that takes the most amount of time.
Right.
So we have some uncooked quinoa here. We're gonna put this into our pot. And then we'll add about 2 cups of water to this.
And quinoa is so great. It's full of enzymes and amino acids. It's a great source of protein that's gluten-free.
Exactly. So we'll turn this up to high and get that to a boil. And then once it comes up to a full boil, we'll lower it to a simmer, cover it, and then it just cooks in 15 minutes. After the quinoa cooks, we are going to get going on our asparagus, star of the show. When we are working with asparagus, we want to get these kind of tough, woody ends off before we start cooking them. And you actually can just kind of break it like that, and it forms a natural break from where the tender part of the asparagus is and then the woody part starts. Okay, perfect. Our water has come to a full rolling boil. I'm going to carefully remove the lid so that you could add in a good healthy pinch of salt, maybe even another one. And then we'll carefully put our prepared asparagus spears right into the boiling water.
Perfect.
And this is basically called blanching. So our asparagus has been in here for about 2 minutes. We are going to remove them and then plunge them into our ice water bath. Okay, so I think our asparagus is cool enough now. So we'll take them out and just pat them dry a little bit, because anytime we do a salad, we don't want wet ingredients because our dressing won't stick, right? You can see they're still like, you know,
they're nice and cold and crispy.
Exactly. And so I think like 1-inch size pieces is just perfect. So we can start making our dressing, and we'll take all of our ingredients. We'll start with the diced red onion.
Excellent.
Right, we'll put that in there. I bet you could use shallots too if you didn't have red onion, but it just kind of gives the dressing a little bit of an edge without keeping it so sweet.
Right.
Our fresh mint leaves. I know, so beautiful. Good. Asparagus and mint together is divine.
And this peppermint is actually so good for digestion too.
Exactly. So, okay, and then we have a piece of garlic, so garlic clove, and then some raw honey.
Love raw honey.
Yeah, and I love using raw honey, especially in a salad dressing like this. We're just going to keep it raw. You're going to get all those live, beautiful enzymes. And then some unseasoned rice vinegar. So this is the acidity in the dressing. And I always look for unseasoned because the seasoned rice vinegar has sugar added to it. And so then we can just add salt and pepper to taste, as much or as little as you like. So why don't we get everything blended, and then we'll add the olive oil once the motor is going.
Perfect. That sounds like a good idea.
It'll emulsify better. So now let's add our olive oil.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll just blend it until most of the onion is nice and really minced up small.
Right. Perfect.
Looks good.
It looks nice and creamy too.
It is. It is.
Love it.
It's great. I'm so excited. It's time to start putting our
plate.
salad. Yes, everything together.
Perfect.
So why don't we start out by putting the spinach onto our platter, and I think we should dress that first and then toss our spinach first. That way we can make a bed of spinach and then put the other components on there. So
spinach is full of folate, iron, tons of minerals, vitamins. Is this about right?
Yeah, that looks great. Because we want to dress it so that it's not completely, it's like soggy. We just want to coat it lightly. It smells so good. Now let's put our quinoa down here, if you want to do that.
Sure. Love our quinoa.
It's nice and fluffy.
It's fluffy.
And then we'll add our asparagus, chopped up asparagus pieces, nice and bright green.
The heat from the quinoa is bringing up the scent of the dressing.
The dressing, the mint. Yes,
love it.
Good. And then we have some cooked golden beets, which we can just throw on for fun. This just gives it another dimension, another color. Those beets are super healthy for you too. So we'll drizzle more dressing on, and then we'll toss this together, and then we're done. And you know, really, this is a very versatile salad. You can include things like feta cheese on here, walnuts for a little crunch. I've done this salad with green beans and boiled potatoes. So it's a really versatile dressing.
It looks so beautiful too, all the
it's
colors.
so pretty, right? Okay, perfect. So now it's time for our taste test.
Can't wait. All right.
Go for it.
I'm gonna dig in.
It's like really fresh.
That is delicious. It's fresh, it personifies spring. The mint is a bold flavor. Love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time on Pop Sugar Fitness.